I think that's going on. Oh, hello there. I bet you didn't expect this dumpster fire to go back up again. You told, neither did I. What is going on? Seems like your sound alert browser source is offline. Is it? Sure you've implemented the source correctly? I really thought that I did. I hope that it works. I don't know. Truth be told, not exactly logging on for a long one or whatever. In a really long while. But I recently found a zombie game that's been really fun. Very interesting. And the reason that you're only hearing me right now is because it gets kind of noisy on the music end in the menu, so figured I'd get my mumbling out of the way before I get back into there. Had a little hands-on with it. It was fun. Still figuring it out, and that's, part of the appeal over there. A good time, fairly intricate, fairly heavy on mechanics. Good base building. It's kind of reminiscent of Kenshi, really. It's kind of like a community management / base building zombie apocalypse survivor. Fun time. Kind of a strategy. Oh, hi, Deja. Didn't expect anybody popping in, to be honest. How you doing? Been a really long time, hasn't it? Anyway, anywhoozles, let's get back into this thing, or get into it to begin with. I got a save file and all. It's great, but I'm kind of eager to try to start a new one and kind of capitalize on the little discoveries I've made so far. Trying to make a vague self-insert with this guy, but he just kind of ended up looking like Ryan Reynolds. And yeah, it is what it is. The game doesn't really have any glasses in it, so that's kind of getting in the way. Anyway, well, I guess in honor of your real world, in honor of your real world doppelganger, or rather in honor of your being their doppelganger, why don't we call you Van Wilder? Oh fuck, I forget. Wilder, was it spelled with a W or a V? I forget, it's been a really long time. Now it's a movie from way back when. Yes, I'm gonna alt-tab and look it up. I like to be vaguely accurate. It's a W. And for their community name, we will be the Trench Cats. Because Trench Cat around. It has indeed. Hoping everything is going well. Well, it's limping along, I suppose. How are things going with you? I hope things are going well with you, to be honest, but I mean, not that anybody would ever have to worry about it. There's nothing to do. Anyway, don't want to take too long over here. What's going on? World settings. When do we want to start? I mean, I'm fairly new to this. I did come to grips with some of the more base mechanics, in terms of like combat and vague base building. I have some idea of what I want. It feels like starting out in spring, early spring is kind of the easiest point that you'll be at. Gives you plenty of time to pull together tools and resources to start up an efficient farm and to provide some sort of food for your community. Equal parts are like kind of RimWorld and Kenshi, and it's actually quite a bit of good. It takes a little bit of getting used to, and there are some frustrations with the AI, but it's a work in progress, and honestly what I'm seeing so far is pretty dang impressive. State of Decay is another one that be fairly familiar and kind of vaguely similar to it. Some mechanics are very parallel there, but I don't want to have it too easy, so I guess let's start out in late winter. We'll spend our early game scrounging around looking for food and means of survival, as it should be, and then eventually maybe settle down, or maybe die horribly. Who knows? One of the two. Or, many options. Busy, life and everything. Don't have time for anything nowadays. Absolutely. I can vaguely understand that, man. I hope that, you know, it's been a good kind of busy and, you know, productive, you're staying productive and things are well. You know, the kind of busy where you look around and go like, yeah, I'm elbows deep, but, you know, it's good to have work. It's good to feel useful and productive. How are things going at work? Have you guys got any new staff on board? Because last I remember, which was a long time ago, you guys were having some turbulent times. I don't know why why I intone it like that. Like it's playful. Like it's a playful situation. It is, I don't know what I'm saying half the time. Now, it seemed to be a good idea at first, you know, to start out with a gun, because, well, who vaguely, you know, interested in zombie apocalypse media doesn't kind of romanticize the notion of having a gun in that situation, being armed to the teeth and having all the ammo in the world, except you never do it. It makes a stupid amount of noise, and then you end up surrounded by a sea of zombies. How does that help? Let's get ourselves an axe. It'll help us. You know, this is going to be a very, I think, easy start. We get a backpack for some carry weight. A knife, the hunting knife is very versatile. It lets you do stealth kills and a bunch of utility things like skinning game, you know. Skinning and quartering game, things like that. The axe obviously axes things. Great for combat, great for chopping trees and, you know, gathering wood. All very important. All very important. Clothes. Yeah, well, insulation technically matters, it seems. The music is too loud, and to answer my question, you still do. But, you know, we will pull through. I love that, you know, very positive attitude. It's important. Morale matters. Morale oftentimes can be everything. Now how do I dress you up? Combat boots are great. With insulation, well, better than the buckled boots. You got these combat pants, which are, well, a little better than the slacks. What else have we got? Trench coat. How many points do you get total? Is that it? Oh, there you go. There's the jacket at 3, trench coat at 4. I don't know, I guess let's try to insulate you as well as we can. That's usually a good combination. I like to coordinate in some way. Black on blue, blue on black is maybe not this combination. Maybe not the most interesting. We can go with like a beige tan over black. I don't know, sure, why not? Works. I just literally inverted the colors that they were defaulted with, didn't I? Cool. Cool. Anyway, personality. Again, vague self-insert, but at the same time I want to flip a couple of options to make things a little bit more... well, give me more options in terms of interactions, because I didn't consider the fact that, you know, there is actual character interaction and stuff like that. It's... yeah. It gets kinda deep. Back on the topic of the music being loud, I'd love to change that right now, but let me just quickly spawn into the world. There will be a hell of a lot less of it, and should be a bit more balanced. Normal, please. Oh, hold up. They have this save system that's based on tokens, kinda similar to your old school. You remember, like... I don't know who I'm speaking to specifically when I say shit like this, but do you remember, like, back in the day, Resident Evil 1, and, you know, even older games where you had to find those... what was it? Film? Or cassettes? It's been a while. In order to actually save. So a similar system over here, but it works on Jesus tokens. Now, the first time I played around with it, there seemed to be a pretty massive abundance of them, to be honest. I kind of want to try to limit it on this one. Make me live with my mistakes and be a little bit more deliberate with the things I do. Might end up biting me in the ass. Probably will. Let's see how it works out. I forgot how anxious I get when I launch this thing up and I start running a mile a minute talking about literally anything to fill the silence. I am so sorry. I'm sure I'll compose myself in a bit. Or maybe I won't, which is equally possible. Takes a minute to generate the world. For now, the maps are limited at a maximum to a square kilometer, which is, you know, plenty of space to roam and explore and scavenge and stuff. It's plenty of space to have fun in. They usually end up spawning, by the looks of it, at least in this. This game reminds me of Dead of Winter, Deja says. For some reason. Well, it might be the zombie apocalypse setting, might be the fact that we're starting out in the winter. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Maybe, might be. Rags, obvious, you know, obvious multi-use item over there. Usually start out kind of on the edge of the map, as I'm understanding. At least in this sandbox mode, I don't see any other. This is kind of like the basic overworld overview of your map. It's fairly large. And if that's not enough, by the time you're done with the map that you're on, apparently, thanks to some recent developments in the... Could have saved myself a point. Got something besides the axe. But okay, fine. Second axe is maybe not that bad. Maybe I'll end up grouping up with someone. You know, they'll have an axe. Great. Should be wary of how much I'm carrying. Very limited in the beginning. The small backpack is really not doing you a whole lot of favor. Guess I'd like to be prepared for any sort of encounter. I hope this is not lagging and the sound balance has gotten better. At this point I'm expecting myself to be much louder than the game. But yeah, on the topic of parallels and similarities to, say, Dead of Winter. Besides the setting, there's also, you know, the mechanics of it. It heavily focuses on community management. And while in Dead of Winter it's kind of more of a tactical mechanic, and characters don't really build personalities or relationships. Definitely more so the case here. Relationships matter. People will get pissed off at you. They'll try to kill you, man. There are not a lot of friendlies from what I understand. Jeez. Tried to approach some communities in the past and boy howdy, they're fucking hate you, man. Just new in the area, so right away, luckily we ended up running into some segment of map and it just happened to be a segment relevant to the area we spawned in. How convenient. Now I gotta wonder how random that actually is, but beside the point. Thanks for reporting back on it. The sound and picture's good. Good. So right away we're seeing that on this map, over here we've got three communities by the looks of it. Just in the southwestern quadrant. There's bound to be a lot more. That's not to say that every community is hostile. Not necessarily, not right away. Depends on how you handle your approach. A lot of the time, they're kind of hot. Wow. Tents and stuff. Tents are nice. Why is it that I say tents are nice? I mean, you don't have to rely on an existing structure. You can start building anywhere. You can start setting up your base anywhere. But I don't have nearly the carry weight capacity to take them all. I think just take the largest. That'll do me nicely. If nothing else, nobody else snatches it up. I can probably swing it back around. Are the communities real players or NPCs? Well, that really depends on your world settings. The way that I'm playing it right now, I'm new, so I'm I'm very much expecting that if I go for an online game, Very much expecting a bunch of griefing. Well, I have no clue what I'm doing, so for now it's an invite only offline, so to speak. Pretty sure it still uses some form of server capacity somewhere. Not sure if it hosts it locally. I don't know what their infrastructure works like. Even if I did, I don't really think I have the background requisite knowledge to really make an input. But that's beside the point. I've gone off on a tangent again and I forgot the original point. The original topic. Excellent. Well, that's why the video game exists, and I can just pretend I'm busy. And not that I forgot what I was talking about. Not at all. I totally remember what I was talking about. My memory is not horribly compromised. Who told you that? Yes, you can sneak around and you get this... I love their stealth indicator. The little tree fills up nice and green. Love it. Yes? Did you see me or something? Even if you did. It's a good indicator up top. Kind of points out what I'm targeting, which part of the body. Which I'm sure is painfully obvious, but I gotta say something. Otherwise, it's really uncomfortable. You gotta be careful. Situations like this, this fatigue indicator on the bottom right. You run out of that and things get very dicey. The variety of different zombies too. Well, different zombies. There's different strains of the zombie infection, so it's ranging. Kind of a lore explanation for the gameplay mechanics of them being, you know, them having a difficulty gradient. Green one's obviously easiest and goes up to blue, red, and that's around the point that it scares me. It gets further up, but those things are beyond deadly. I tried to fight some red ones and... man, those guys are tough. But anyway, that's procrastination. He says as he is actively procrastinating everything. Speaking of procrastination, yeah, I'm just kind of ducking into a nearby car. Look, they don't have the motor capacity to open the doors anymore. Beyond that, I'm gonna try to hide. I'm gonna duck down inside this Humvee. Sure that's helpful. Maybe. I'm actually not entirely sure how much of a difference it makes, whether or not you go stealth or not. Toggling it on and off doesn't seem to be making a single difference. Where it will make a difference is if I exit. If I exit right now, I will be, immediately in stealth, which makes it a little bit easier to slink away. Providing, they're not minding the doors. You guys are really interested, huh? Can't blame you. You're a bunch, aren't you? Very tempted to wander off into the woods somewhere. Excuse the language, but very tempted to go off into the woods, set up that large tent. Maybe start setting up some form of a camp. Except, I think we got much of the way through. What do we got? 2 cans of whatever this is. Possibly still edible, but well past its expiration date. Soda can. Now, soda's good. It kind of acts as coffee for some reason, but I'll take it. Sure, why not? Oh, right. Communities. Whether or not they're player controlled or NPC. Oh yeah, if you go online, you can have other people join your communities at the moment as far as I'm assuming, because I haven't actually done that. I wasn't down. Still alive! This was not a triumph. This is a desperate attempt to not die right now. Look, I might have gotten a little comfy with the combat, but not that comfortable. I didn't think I can take a whole horde alone. It's a little easier when you got somebody around. You got a couple of buddies. You know, you can watch each other's backs. The Zed latches onto you. Your buddy knocks him off. It's great times. Okay, next trailer it is. In the window. I love how quick he is with that. Now, do I technically need this map? Like, do I have to keep it on my person? Oh, hell yeah. Otherwise, I don't have a... Whoops. I don't have a frame of reference, of course. That makes sense. It's not like I memorized the map, right? Fair shake, okay. Fair enough. Baseball bat is actually much better than it seems. The axe is a good tool, but the baseball bat has got some benefits of its own. But it might be a little bit too early to dive into that. Once we get around to some armor. Dum-dee-dum-dum. Oh yeah, I was planning to start this thing out with a slight kind of... like an outline of a plan of what I'm planning to do. Planning to stick around for maybe, an hour or two. Might be locked for a minute or two to deal with some laundry that I've got running at some point, and, whenever I get hungry enough, I guess I'll call it and link off in search of food. So that's the general outline for today's plan, if anybody besides me cares at all. Or more so just... Well, water's nice. Water's always good. I'd like to be able to carry multiple, but that's okay. I can always come back to it if nobody snatches it. What's a bit small? I've got two exits out of here, front and back. Back might actually be able to sneak away if not for that guy over there. That one. You over there in the red, pink, white shirt and green pants. Shuffle along, please. Just gotta shimmy on past you. See, there's another one out in the field over there. Questioning the meaning of life, are you? As we all are, but you might have better luck finding answers if you do like a 90 degrees to the left. No? Okay, that's cool too. So I guess I'm besieged for the moment. Let's say we creep out the front door. Sure, let's try. Go, duck behind the corner. And they haven't even heard you. Lovely. Where am I going? I don't know. I'm exploring. I suppose at some point... Are you running? Buddy. Gotta start settling down at some point. Pockets are already kind of full. I'm not sure why I'm collecting fuel because I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to secure a ride anytime soon. It seems like maybe I'm kind of jumping the gun. It's 25 pounds. 25 pounds is something else I could be carrying. I don't know. Well, maybe just walking into this town was not the best idea. Well, I mean, if ever there was an indication that I'm a noob and I have no clue what I'm doing, this is probably it. Stuck in a car in the middle of a town surrounded by zombies. Yep, sounds about right. This is how it ends. A lot of the time, but not today. Not this time. I hope. You just keep moving. I want to see what they're up to. Lots of question marks, they're not sure what's up. Bunch of noise. A bunch of smells, and they want to investigate. Understandable, there's always what they do. They hear or see something and they go investigate. Hoping to eat whatever it is. Actually, I'm not sure how sentient the zombies are meant to be in this setting. A quick combat tutorial. If you have at least one point in your hand, it's a good idea to take out their legs, crash their head. Just generally basic stuff. You can, for sure, destroy their legs, but they don't leave them out like that. Somebody over here slow down. Tends to happen when you break a leg, you know. Quite a surprise. Leg attack is also just good for knocking them down. Give you a nice opening and opportunity to finish them off. A couple of head strikes. That all seems nice and easy, until you're surrounded, and you're running low on stamina. Fatigue, sorry. Potato. Now where the hell is it that I'm going? Should we stop by one of these communities and see if they're friendly at all? Probably get shot. But if not, I'd maybe make some friends. Where do I even want to camp? I'm not sure if I want to be too close to either of these communities, but then again, being not too far from them, they generally tend to have a defensive perimeter set up with guard towers and obviously, guards on them. So they tend to keep their perimeters fairly secure. Which might make it easier for me to get away with just plopping down a tent and just hanging out. Providing I don't make any enemies out of them and they don't come out to kill me. In the long run, might end up happening anyway. Why don't we introduce ourselves first? Try to at least. We'll make some friends. Sell that gasoline that we picked up. Or get robbed. That is also it's also a potential, always an option. Oh, that's a little steep. That's a little steep. Now, if other characters can break their legs, stands to reason that I can too. Well, sliding down hillsides like that might not be the best idea. Then again, I'm not sure just how much damage that would do. I guess while solo it can sort of seem like a bit of a walking simulator, and it is, it kind of is. In the same vein as yours. Something else of that genre. Hello? Please don't kill me. Oh, open. Can't even knock. Oh, okay, you definitely noticed me. I see you got a gun. That's not great. Literally here to trade. Oh, you're the local trader. That's great. Suddenly we're all smiles. That was kind of scary for a moment there with your gun and all. Why'd you pull a gun? You don't have ammo. Beside the point, I don't know that he hasn't got ammo. Gun could still be loaded. What? Just a 9? But that's like 82.5 fluid ounces of gasoline, friend. You could drive like a kilometer on that, depending on the fuel efficiency of your vehicle. I don't know. These guys are actually pretty good value per pound. Like they weigh a pound each and they're worth 10 rings, 10 gold, Yeah, I don't know. Somehow the economy, the post-apocalyptic economy just runs on these golden rings and there's an excessive abundance of them. Don't question it, it's a video game. Game logic. That being said, they do kind of do a decent job of justifying certain things. Like the difficulty gradient on the zombie is justified by varieties of infection strain. It's kind of clever. I tend to think so, I don't know. No, I don't want to sell you my soda. Jeez, I get so greedy and possessive. I literally came here to sell the jerry can. Well, no, I came here to introduce myself, but might as well make a sale while I'm at it. Just the one. Just the one ear of corn that I have no way of cooking. I don't have a frying pan or a pot. Guess I could eat it raw, but I don't think it's worth much raw. Nutrition, 0.3 days. It's 0.3 days worth of nutrition. For a little context, these little dividers over here would constitute about a day's worth of. Not sure what thirst goes with. I think it's also about the same, I guess. From what I'm understanding, you fill that up to the end, you're dead. So, you know, better keep it down. Eat, drink. Convince someone to join your community. What community? The community of one? You mean convince somebody to start building a community with you? But, fair enough, I get the point. Why am I being so pedantic? Key to staying alive is keeping warm. Find an axe. Cut down trees with it. Yeah, start a fire. Makes sense. I'm reading it out like I don't know. So who's in charge of this little community? Giovanni Newton. Giovanni Newton. Hell of a name. And you are? You're James Veranda. Giovanni's command. It's a very paramilitary name for your organization, but you guys seem alright so far. I mean, they haven't shot me yet, so that's good. So what's up? What's going on around you? Well, you hate it when people put chili in the food. Oh, well. Well, I mean, might as well season it. You've got the chilies, right? So how you feeling over here? How are things going? How's life around here generally? Rations have been good lately. Life goes on. Alright. Yeah, I was just in the process of talking to your merchant, unless he lied to me and he's not the local merchant. What do you have? Well, you guys are shockingly friendly. I'm used to walking up to these walls and just getting shot. You want me to talk to somebody else, but but you make it known. You make it known that you guys have plenty to trade, huh? Well, seems like we've found one friendly community. Good. Introduced ourselves. Made a little... Actually, did I trade? No, I didn't even sell the gas. I'll just keep collecting it. Loot goblin that I am. Anyway, let's head south. Introduce ourselves to this little community. The game is mostly about community building. The zombies are just a backdrop, really. More or less. They are a pretty massive threat. He gets scared. Knock. Okay, easy. So I was about to knock. I'm gonna be polite and simple about it, but you yelling at me from across the, from over the wall is working as well, sure. Just to stay safe. Did you just climb back up there, stranger? What's your name? Sadie Buchanan. Buchanan's Brigade. I'm gonna assume you're in charge then, Sadie Buchanan, considering, you know, Buchanan's brigade. Well, good on you for leading from the front. You know, manning the guard towers is... Yeah, yeah. You're not just sitting back and letting others do the work, you're in there. Right on. So how are things around here? How you guys do? Meh. Relatable. Horribly relatable. Their opinion of me is no opinion, they don't know me. Ah! Keep trying to press escape to close that window, but you close it by just walking away. They don't mind. They don't care. They're not too big on manners. They don't mind it if you don't say goodbye. Or, you know, make some sort of a socially acceptable excuse to slink away and do whatever introverted nonsense you're up to. So that's 2 out of 3 communities visited, and surprisingly, 2 for 2. Reasonable, vaguely friendly people. Well, fancy that. Honestly shocked. I've honestly also got not much to eat. Yo, Wilder, you, yeah, you're kinda hungry, but not hungry enough to scarf down a whole can of whatever that is. Looks like a, I don't know, like canned chili? Maybe some sort of a stew or soup? Okay, who's shooting and why? That did not come from the direction of the camera. Unless it did. I have a bit of a tough time telling from which direction the sounds are coming in this game sometimes. That might also have something to do with the fact that I'm not really using any headphones. I'm using these earbud things. And they're nice. They're nice. They do a decent bit of, you know, sound isolation, which is great. You don't hear anything outside of them. But they have some wonky compatibility with PC. So sometimes the sound goes a little weird. I hope that's not reflective on what is output onto the stream. I say that as if there's a need to learn. Imposing walls. Looks like concrete. Look at them towers. Jeez. Why are they so empty? Where is everyone? Whoa, okay. Hello. Yep, you seem to have a... Uh-oh, that's scary. I don't have a helmet or armor or anything, so... Hello? Knock, knock, knock. On the wire fence? Which makes an inexplicably wooden sound, but whatever. Howdy, stranger. What can I do for you? Whoa, you're just straight up friendly. You like to trade? Oh, wow. Look at that big old smile. You look like a smart guy. Got some fantastic deals for you today. Oh, wow. What you got? What are some of these fantastic deals? A single shotgun shell. Important. Sure. Carrots, some corn, some fried corn. Great. Never seen... Does corn actually fry out like... Jeez. Look, I have fried corn. I was, for some reason, under the under the impression that it would pop into popcorn kernels, but those kernels have to be dried, don't they? So fresh corn wouldn't do that. Makes sense. If we were to drop these, okay, on the skillet with some oil, then yeah, sure. Am I talking myself through some basic cooking? Of course I am. So you think I know how to cook? It's a bold assumption. I mean, I could make you a cauliflower roux. Besides that, I'm no shit. Okay, this is confusing. They're all friendly. They're all friendly. And as much as I would like to exploit that positioning, and I could even put my tent down somewhere right between their two communities, and I'll be safe as houses. Any zombie horde that passes by will have to contend with their established defenses. But that feels kind of like cheating. So I'm gonna position myself at a respectful distance, a little bit further away from both communities, close enough to a patch of trees so that I can use it for a wood source. There is a command mode that allows you to control your community from kind of like a bird's eye view strategy RTS perspective, which is helpful a lot of the time, very useful. As your community grows, things get pretty confusing. You don't have to run like... Things can get a little cumbersome, you know, controlling them one by one like this. So you pop on over to your control command mode and you control and command. Oh, I think I overshot the spot I was planning to be at. No matter, this one is as good as... This one's just as good. This is just as good. Let's unpack this tent. Which way do I want it to face? Wait, I kinda like this facing. I kinda like it being in the woods. Wow, this is actually a very smooth start. Yeah, sure, got caught up in a couple of scraps with the zombies, but you always do. It's a zombie apocalypse. They're all over. They're everywhere. Can't avoid them. Well, no, you can. If you're a little bit more stealthy, a little bit more experienced, but that's not me, is it? No, I'm the bumbling idiot stumbling through the city looking for food, okay? Looking for expired cans of food. That's me. What, do you think you got some sort of nuanced survivalist over here? No. This here is a bumbling idiot that survived by sheer miracle. This will take a minute, but luckily we actually have a function to fast forward. Again, it's more of a colony. At a certain point, I feel like it turns more into a colony simulator, a colony management simulator, an RPG. But from this perspective, it definitely plays as an RPG if you go at it solo. And I wonder just how viable that is. How long can you go on as a literally solo survivor? For one, you'll probably have less trouble sourcing food. Oh, that is great timing. Don't you walk into me. Amazing, I may claim them for my own. Well, if the game looks dope and if you want to play it, then that's good. Then that's good. I'm glad you're enjoying. Excuse me a second. I just lost my chat. That would be my phone. But yeah, if you want to play it and if it's interesting to you, all the better for it. I mean, it's a good one. I like what they're doing with it. And I say they, and that gives the impression that there's a team behind it. It's literally like one dude. Which makes it, which is kind of impressive, isn't it? This is a solo project. I'm honestly gobsmacked. Yeah, I'm all right. I just the phone ended up sliding off the table and I lost the chat. Because that's where I monitor the chat. I don't have a second screen. I don't have a second screen. This is like a very kind of mishmash ad hoc setup over here. All right. So with that little distraction out of the way, there we go. The trench cats have got their first tent. The first building, really. Close to a building as we're gonna get. Which, if I read that correctly, and I haven't read it at all because it just kind of popped up and I was distracted mentally. I think it accommodates for 4 people, so that's nice. Everyone's gotta start somewhere, as long as it works. Tend to agree, right? I mean, if it works, then it works. Then it works. For now, you know, it'll do. So we can store about 1,000 pounds worth of stuff in here. I don't know why it's a division by weight. Let's not question it too harshly. We'll take 2 cans of soda with us. How you doing there on sleep deprivation? Kinda not good, he's a little tired, but the sodas in this universe are heavily caffeinated. So if we drink and drink, suddenly we don't want to sleep. So I'm choosing to interpret these less as soda and more as like, you know, those canned coffee things. What I do? Soda, whatever, doesn't matter. I guess with the sheer amount of sugar and coffee and caffeine in there, it'll give you a little kick. Yeah, now that absolutely, yes. Now. Deja says, now you can go back to pick up those resources. That's precisely right. Exactly why I wanted this little outpost over here so I can stash resources. And now that I think about it, that was a horrible placement for it. I put myself way out, pretty far from the town over here, which has got a lot of locations. But it's dangerous staying close to towns as well, for a variety of reasons. The major one being is that zombies are attracted to towns. The town settlement cities, they tend to congregate there, so it's safer getting out into the woods. But man, now that I think about it, it would have been comfier. Is it too late to turn around? Pick up the tent, if I hadn't forgot where it is yet. Let's mark you in some way. Sorry for the run around, for the run back and forth, but I think it would be wise to reposition it. Take all the stuff we stored, and I know it says demolish, but it doesn't necessarily demolish. Wow, what a waste of what a waste of energy. And frankly, time, but I'm sorry, I tend to pop in and out of menus and that. Because you know those moments when you pop into a particular menu, like your inventory, say, and you immediately forget why you're there? It's like that moment where you walk into your kitchen and you're like, why did I walk in here? I'm not even hungry. And then you walk into the garage and you go, why am I here? I don't need everything in the garage. I don't know who does that. Just me, I guess. Since they're all friendly, I don't mind running around here too much. If they spot me, it's not a big deal. They won't kill me. right? No, the other way. This way. Yes, please. Somewhere around here. Go over there. We'll set up the tent. And... actually, no, over here. Set up the tent and then... then we'll go scavenging. Find ourselves a little bit of a stockpile of food. Get ourselves a bit of food going. See, we're on a collision course with some trouble. Could be a great opportunity to try to demonstrate the whole assassination stealth kill system, which works about as you would expect, I'm sure. By, you know, getting spotted and not doing it at all. Yep. And that's how you do a stealth kill. That's a smooth assassination right there. Call me Agent 47. Because that was professional. Ah, hell's another one. It's better to clear it before we get started. Last time we had an unexpected visitor. Oh, wow. Okay. Quite a few. Sit down, You know, actually getting a little bit more confident with this whole combat thing. Used to be a time I would see 4 zombies, and that was my cue to go. But no, after a while, eventually you do get kind of used to it, and well, the combat is actually a lot of fun. It all takes a little bit of getting used to, like in most games, I guess. But it's all decently intuitive. Anyway, this isn't a very fun bit to watch. So I guess I'll let him do that while I think about where to go. Sure, picking up those car parts would be nice. A spare backpack in case at some point we expand. That steel, I really want that steel. I have never crafted anything from steel, but just the fact that it's kind of a rare and advanced resource makes me want it. It just makes it very attractive. I don't know how much of it I'm going to need in the future. All of it, all the steel, it's all mine. Okay, let's stash a couple of things away. Drop a bunch of, a bunch of weight. Man, getting that water would be good too. All that water. Oh, he's cold. Fair enough. Where's your temperature? Oh, wow, jeez, buddy, you're at like way, way low. Dropping below 32 degrees Celsius. And we don't have a match. We don't have a match. We don't even have a flint. I haven't used the flint and steel method in here, but apparently that's possible. I've used the matches because I have had them. But now I don't. So I can't really start a fire. That's not great. We might end up freezing to death. How you doing there? How you doing there, Reynolds? Hungry, understandable. Hasn't been much to eat, really. There hasn't been a whole lot to eat. Well, we're not about to find a flint or matches sitting in the tent. It's cold outside, yes, but we gotta brave the cold to find the things we need. So let's get out there, buddy. As much as I would like to let you roam around with your own AI, I think I'll take control on this one. The catering bucket is handy. You can make a trap out of it. You can also use it to store things. Like if you're scavenging around, you find a lot of a bunch of bottles of wine. But taking all those bottles, they're heavy. But pouring all that wine into a catering bucket, well, it doesn't make the bucket any heavier as far as the game mechanics are concerned. Not want to approach me for good reason. Alright, savage. That's another. Oh, by the time you get here, I'll finish looting. I just wanted the bucket. Oh, whoa. Unlike the Arkham system, not actually actively dodging with the button input does not necessarily mean that they'll latch on to you. You can literally sidestep and let them fly right past you. Which I know probably doesn't come as much of a surprise, or as an impressive bit of mechanics, but I think it's kinda neat. Nice. Hey, speaking of wine and buckets, why don't we, I guess, demonstrate that bit? You can literally pour and straight into the bucket it goes. The bucket is no heavier for it. 25 pounds is 25 pounds. Well, technically speaking, if we were to, be very pedantic about it and realistic, the bucket should be getting heavy. Now there was a bunch of water somewhere. Fair enough, I guess we're turning around and dropping that off. I'm actually kind of curious to see how this game plays in multiplayer, and whether or not, people are necessarily in the same community as they spawn in, right? Or if everybody gets to establish their own. From what I'm understanding so far, you will be separate entities, but I don't know that for sure. Curious to... Oh, right, the tent is this way. Whoops. Be curious to find out at some point. I imagine this plays very well in multiplayer. A lot of space management and coordination that you can get up to. It makes great multiplayer. Sure. Don't know how to land at that attack, but sure. Let's make believe you just jumped and sank that axe straight into the skull. It was as glorious as it was gruesome. Alright. So far, slowly, things are kind of packing some things away. Like in most zombie survival games, rags are okay. They're a solid, impromptu field dressing. They're a decent bandage. They'll stem the bleeding, but what you really want to heal is the sterilized bandage. You can find them, you can make them. I don't know why I'm angling this as a tutorial of some sort, because I have no idea what I'm doing myself. I just kind of walk it around. Around and just ground you. Drop off the... Oh, what? Didn't I? Of course not. Thanks for the heads up. At least somebody's paying attention. At least somebody's paying attention, because I'm obviously not. I'm too busy trying to fill the silence so I don't feel so damn anxious. Which ironically just makes you more anxious. What is up with that? I'd love to equip a second backpack, but no. You only get the one slot for a backpack. But they do come in 3 flavors. Small, medium, and large, as far as I know. There might be more. That's a good point. I mean, you do have a back and a front. You could hang it over your front as well. That's... Yes! Yes! Nobody says it's going to be, very comfortable or flexible, but it's doable. You can do it. It's a thing that's... It's a thing. I tend to agree. I don't see a reason why you shouldn't be able to do that. Maybe with like a penalty of some sort. Some sort of, stat or skill penalty for doubling up on it. But why not? That's it. It's a sham, not realistic. Devs, what are you even doing? Literally unplayable. Literally unplayable. Oh wow, I totally just walked right past this car with a bunch of ammo in it. Not that I have a gun for it, but maybe in the future. That being said, my character is also pretty bad with guns. What has he got? Got 3 points in fitness, 1 thanks to a book. There are these skill books. If you keep them in your inventory, they will, well, as long as they're in the inventory, buff one of your skills. Garbage with firearms, only 1. Yes, they can. For context, can the cars be fixed and driven? Abso-damn-lutely. I have not done so, but I definitely read in the patch notes that, yep, that's possible as of a recent patch. Not only that, but if you pack up a car with, basically, I'm not sure if I ever finished, talking about that new game plus new map. So if you get tired or you explore everything on this map and it gets boring, you can pack up into a car, providing that you fixed one. And you can head off to a different map. You'll generate a new map. The kicker to that is that it's just, just the people and the supplies that you packed in the car that'll be in the new environment. But that way you can cycle yourself into a new iteration. And yeah, of course you can use them to travel around. They have storage capacity and all. I hope one day I'll get to do that. That's what these car parts are all about. I'm not carrying one right now, but there's definitely one in the tent. Yeah. Let's get in here. In the tent, these car parts over here. And I'm sure that you, the keen-eyed observer, noticed that when I approach cars, there's a little tooltip down low with something that looks a lot like this icon of car parts and a certain number. Well, that's the amount of car parts you're gonna need to fix it. But beyond that, you can't just fix it. You can't just, take a bunch of parts and shove them in there. You gotta get some tools in order to do that work. It gets, it's a little bit more nuanced. And I like that. I like that there's, a certain nuance to it. If they are traveling between 2 maps, yeah, then we're in kind of similar territory to RimWorld in that respect, and I would really like to see a more expanded world with like sectors, but that might be, might be a little too ambitious, but who knows? Like, this dude's been able to do quite a lot by himself. I would love to see this expanded to some massive kind of like 1,000 square kilometer map with a bunch of player factions and stuff, and technically viable from like a technological perspective, angle, context. Far as I understand anyway. But you, what do I understand really? A lot more than I give myself credit for, but never did get the hang of it. Oh shit! Oh no! Oh god! Oh no no! Aha! This is not good. I know that cavalier little laugh makes it sound like I got control of the situation, but I really don't. I'm gonna have to run and hide. Hold on a second, I always thought you just threw parts into cars and they just magically work. At least that's how it's done in all the other games. And as we all know, video games do not lie. Yes, they're an absolutely accurate representation of reality. Of course, they're all, you know, simulations, faithful simulations. But back to you. But I do love the whole mechanic that you need parts to fix the car. Yeah, it adds a little bit of nuance, and when you're out there scavenging for things, it gets you thinking about what you're picking up and, you know, why. But you're not just hoarding resources. You are, but there's more to it. You're also considering what tools am I gonna need to actually build this damn thing. Things like that. And you also get stuck in the trailer surrounded by a bunch of zombies. Let's see if the fast forward functions. Really not clearing up. They don't want to go anywhere. They're cozy here. They're happy. They're comfortable. They don't want to go. Oh, whoa. Where you guys go? They heard something. Not sure how we will get out of this one. Honestly, me neither. But it seems that the solution just cropped up. They heard something, and now they're running off in vaguely this direction. Huh. Well, isn't that convenient? Why don't you all just mosey on along? Deja in the chat. I know how I would handle this. Leroy Jenkins. Hey, that's certainly an approach. That is definitely an approach. What's in here? Right. Sure, why not? I'll take the bow. Not like I'm really good with either one, bows or guns. Oh no, he smelled me. I know it looks like a head of garlic, but that's a nose. There's also a wind. There's also a wind system. That little arrow in the bottom right of the minimap indicates the direction of the wind. And depending on how you position yourselves, they can smell you downwind. Not only the zombies, but the wild animals too, so that makes hunting a little bit more kind of complex. I'll be honest, I've never hunted anything successfully. The only way I've been able to feed vegetable communities, and that's another mess that I got myself into. I don't know why I insist on fighting. I get this false sense of security, of confidence from, you know, experience from other games. It's all very close. You're just a bit here. Run! Oh no, Dragonborn! Nope, that's a bite. That's a bite. Let's get into this, this destroyed helicopter, which, hey, how convenient. I don't have to use the one I got. Yeah, you know, well, serves as inspiration. Leroy has been a lifelong inspiration, and now that you reminded me, I figured, why not? To honor To honor the memory of his grand sacrifice. At least he has chicken. Wow. All of this just goes to show that zombies are kind of threat. A couple here and there, sure, whatever. You can kite that. You can take them down. Walk into a mess like this. Kind of scary. The last time I got kind of saved by the bed. I don't know what they heard, but they ran off in search of it. I don't think I'll have such luck here. Okay, options. Have a snack. What you think a little bit better when you have it longer. Well rested, don't be looking for that. Could be our last opportunity to have a drink. Wow. And the helicopter has one exit out of it. As I understand it, he must have just... I don't know which way he called in. There's only one exit. We can't do that cheeky thing where we pop out the back door and just sneak away. I think it's gonna work. Which side has view? No, the right. The right has a massive. That's scary. Go down on the left. I'm turning the camera as if I'm going to see behind these trees, but I'm literally just checking the menu. Alright, time's up, let's do this. Nope, that was not stealthy at all. So, what's in here? Well, why don't we swap out? Wow, really thirsty, buddy. You have been running quite a lot. Ah, the cooking pot. Very useful. That was somewhat successful. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Thanks for the vote of confidence, but I can't help but feel that you're going kinda easy on me there. Because, I don't know, they're still on me. They're all over the place, too. Alright, let's get you around you again. Nope. I got some short range. For a bunch of dead people, horribly perceptive. How dead are you guys? Alright. There is one way that I can make this a little bit more possible. But it's really gonna need me to upload fatigue. Ooh. The idea that I was having that was welling up in my mind is to try to break as many legs as I can gradually. Either way, break some more legs after I rest. Spins repeat until they can't chase me. Which seemed like it was far more realistic than it actually is. Oh. That was not great. But hey, we found more steel. If I live long enough to bring it back. And the ammo, whatever that's good for right now. Actually, that's not good for anything. Oh, not heavy. Fair enough. Fuck the green screen. That is a silver lining, right? Oh, whoa! Hit the road! I assume that's the option for your New Game Plus situation for the new map cycling. But the vehicle is broken and all that, so we don't really have fuel, so can't make use of this kit. Well, that's nice. We know there's a little bit of steel here, which is good. Probably. I don't know. Oh. See those beige ones? Just a little southeast of here. At least we got steel. Leroy Jack. Those beige ones, the white strain. Deadly. Absolutely deadly. You get bit by one of those, you're done. I'm not getting out of this van. I live here now, this is life. Not until they're gone at least. I am not moving a muscle. Screw those things. I've had a tussle with them a couple of times and never successful. Throw the steel at them! Throw the steel! That would actually be that would be a pretty good idea, right? Throw the steel straight at the head, like if you can manage it, it's heavy and do damage. Oh, what are you guys parking on over here for? You see a friend of yours or something? You're having a chat now. Go on, vamos. Shoo! Hi. Guess I'm trapped for a minute. Since I'm trapped for a minute, why don't I take this as my cue to go check on the laundry real quick? I don't know if it's done. Oh, excuse me. Apologies. If I'm not back in like 30 seconds, then I'm probably sorting. Do you want to idle here and watch the zombies, or should I go to the BRB stream? Ooh, I just realized my shortcuts are really sucky for this. And I'm procrastinating on the... Had I gone to the laundry? Be right back. says, what I think they should add next to this game is the mechanic of destroying cars and buildings. So if you run to the car and hide in it, zombies can start attacking it and can destroy it. That would definitely be something, and it would, well, it would definitely add more of a challenge to things. It would make it a little bit more difficult to survive, because you wouldn't be able to pop into a car and just kind of, use it for safety like this. Make the game more high-paced, faster-paced, and you think twice about running into zombies. Oh yeah, absolutely. Not that the game doesn't encourage you to think twice and be more deliberate, generally speaking, but that would definitely, add to that sense of challenge and threat. Because you wouldn't be able to just pop into a random building or a car and expect to survive there indefinitely. Like, granted, sure, maybe, a building will last a couple of days, depending on the amount of zombies. But then you have to consider the fact that you gotta repair it to make sure that it lasts another day and all that. Again says, I just realized that in any of the zombie movies and games, they never attack each other. Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone ever explored why. You know what? Yeah. they never do, just kind of, they don't attack each other. And I feel like, considering in most, I guess, zombie media, it's justified by, that they're all dead and they're seeking living flesh and whatnot, like they can smell the difference or whatever, but we're also operating in a universe, like in this game, where there are multiple strains of the zombie virus, so it would technically be possible that they might not recognize each other as friendly or as one of their species or whatever. So that could also be an interesting avenue for the devs to explore. Not only make vehicles and buildings less impermeable to damage. Which I think is, for realism, for the sake of realism, would be an excellent change. An excellent addition. Which this little venture out of the van is not. This is a horrible idea, and it can only end poorly. Yep. just as I expected. Alright, well, I suppose that was a great, fantastic example of how not to do it. Van Wilder has died. Reload the last save game? Sure. I'll give it another go. It is. It's always a learning experience. Let's do it a little differently. I'm gonna take it easier on the jerry cans and all that. Like, it's too much too quick, I think. I don't need a jerry can full of gasoline right now. Sure, I could trade it somewhere, but I don't even have a car to feed it with. So why limit myself? I'm also gonna try to be a little bit more deliberate right now, because yep, I've definitely done a great demonstration of just how quickly things can go south if you're not careful or deliberate about the way that you approach things. The only reason there was such a mess of them is because I was running around and I wasn't really minding myself, I think. So I ended up gathering a massive horde around myself, and they just kept following me, hiding place to hiding place. Which, I guess I can't blame them for. That's what they do. Well, now I know a little bit better. So, still figuring things out. And honestly, to me, it's probably the most fun period of play with the game. It's probably the most interesting period. When things are just kind of fresh, you don't really know what the hell is going on, so you're just kind of figuring things out, and there's plenty of mistakes to be made. Why not? I'll take your ball cap. Why not? Would it be possible to kite zombies into communities? I think so. I think so. You can actually... You can walk into the community as long as nobody pulls you over. So if you got a bunch of zombies on you, you could probably just run up to the door, open it, run in, run through the community and out the other side. And let them deal with it. I think that could be a really good way to kill a community if you're looking to do that. Of course, they'll all also turn into zombies, so you'll end up with way more zombies than you had initially, but the community will be gone, so if that's your goal, job well done. Excuse me just a minute. Really want to pour myself a cup. Okay, self a cuppa, which is always lovely, makes a lot of things, makes most anything better. Even the things that don't need improvement are significantly improved by the addition of a cup of tea. Or coffee, whatever it is you like. I'm not gonna tell you what to drink. That's not for me to do. That's for you to do for yourself. Already out of already out of room. Boy, oh boy, man, I really miss having the more expanded. What is all the noise? Oh boy. Oh man. Let's go make some friends. Don't die. Don't die, dude. I know there's like 3 of you and only like 2 zombies left, but I'm gonna save you. I am a smart guy. You look like a smart guy. Oh yeah, appealing to my vanity, are you? Okay, well what do you got? Doesn't hurt to take a look. You guys are a roaming trading party, huh? Cool. That's great. That's awesome. Do you guys want a toolbox? I seem to have an extra. Trade you for some corn? How's that? You happy? Well, he doesn't look very happy. Look at that stone face. Yo, buddy, that corn took us a while to grow. Well, tools aren't cheap either, man. Okay, we got a little bit of food. We can limp along. Convince someone to join your community. Yes, yes, yes. And yes, keeping warm is important. Excuse me just a second, gents, while I rummage around over here. Not like you guys wanted to loot them, right? They don't see them. Sometimes it's so sensitive to the mouse control switch. Oh yeah, right. You can't kill them with leg attacks alone. You gotta hit something more vital than that. Oh, well, fancy that. We picked up a whole 2 arrows. You guys want your arrows back? I mean, they're not really worth much individually. You guys could use them. Alright, well, you guys seem to have it handled at this point. At least I earned myself a little bit of a reputation. If I see them further along the line, somewhere, at some point, if they live that long, well, I have 3 maybe sort of friends out there in the world. In our little square kilometer over here. So maybe might be that karma will pay off in the future. What's around here? Already wearing combat boots, okay. The soda's nice though. So's the water. Oh yeah, we'll take the water. Matter of fact, we'll have a drink. Matter of fact, are you hungry? No, not at all. Oh good, good. Take a look at this map over here. You know this old log cabin over here? Got a great position. And I wouldn't mind taking it over. Build up a little fence around it. Just like a small little cabin. Trouble being is that we're gonna need wood. It's not investigated yet. We don't know what's inside. Wouldn't it be nice? We made it over there and had a stockpile of wood in there. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Well, first we gotta make it there. So I guess that's the quest for now. Yes, for the moment, that's the objective. Those guys are still keeping on. Just so I don't have to keep opening the map over and over again. I understand it can be a little annoying, if not disorienting. Hey there. Let's have some crunchy limbs. Say that as if mine wouldn't crunch. Oh, you guys have some crunchy limbs. Yeah, like mine wouldn't crunch if somebody smacked me with an axe. No, I like your shades. Excuse me. I'm gonna take them. Mercy, your clothes don't deteriorate. So you can, in essence, you know, kind of freely swap around and play the dress-up game if that's something you're interested in, which I am. Is that me walking in the complete opposite direction of where I wanted to go? Seems to be. Seems to be. Okay. Ah, there is wood. There's even some matches. Not a lot, but a few. We can get a fire going. As long as we don't let it go out, well, we'll have a fire. Great. We also have tools, so we can start building. Let's hold on to the tent is gonna come in handy. I mean, at some point, probably gonna have to head out somewhere, long range, and it'll be handy. Let's focus on the canned food first. And try to stockpile some, you know, some fresh-ish food, I guess? Sort of fresh. Oh, that's a lot of red strain antigens. Good, good. Red strain are scary. They're all scary. But green and blue notably less so. You see those guys and it's like, okay, maybe I can take a couple. Red is tough. Those guys are tough. I think I might need some upgraded weapons. The axe definitely does not cut it. Dope. There's a river nearby too, which is nice. Still a good idea to build up a well, I think. But yeah, okay, so let's get to some base building. At least some basic base building. Get our tools in our hands and clear a bush. Yeah, no, that's not what we're trying to do. Try to build this fence. Actually, getting a little ahead of myself. First I gotta take over this cabin. Do I even have the weight requirements? Probably not. No, no. Take over. Sure. I would suggest you search inside that house. It's got a stockpile of like 39. I think that's a good place to check. Slightly different way. Gonna go about it slightly differently, but I'm hoping it'll be a little better. It's a good building. I mean, it has multiple entrances, which is nice. So, in case of some zombie shenanigans, we can do some kiting, pop in and out. Yes? Well, that's good. Honestly, I'm not really looking for trouble either. You got anything to trade? Well, to be honest, neither do I. Oh, that was a that was a very quick and efficient trade. Okay. Bye. All right. Well, back to back to renovating the cabin, I guess. Buddy, I do not know what your problem is. What's going on over here? Yeah. Someone saved someone from being bitten. I think that's a very appropriate response. Huh. What's your name? Ethan Baird. Oh, hi, Ethan. What's up with you, man? What's going on? Why are you walking up to me then walking away? What's up, man? I don't know who Audrey is, but apparently she jokes way too much. Okay, and then my dude just decides to turn around and just keep going. Okay, I'm not saying that things are perfect. And, you know, I did mention some frustrations. The AI can be sometimes a little silly. At one point I had my character swap out a perfectly good armored helmet, perfectly good combat helmet, for a BB hat. It was too cold. In the process, though, he ended up destroying the helmet, which was frustrating. I don't know where he put it, but it was gone. It was like the first set of armor I ever got to. It was very disappointing. But, you know, it's a work in progress, so do expect some flaws and blemishes. Ooh, accommodation for 8. We only need 1, but maybe in the future. Buddy over there ran off so quick. Didn't really get to chat to him. Could have pulled the guy over, I guess. Because you can recruit these people. I could have had me a buddy. Maybe. That's providing he wanted to join to begin with. Okay, let's start outlining some Some sort of a light perimeter. Not a huge territory at first, I guess. Okay, but a little bit larger than that. It would be nice if I could make this menu, if I could hide this menu manually. No, it just kind of pops up and it stays there. Is there a reason I want you to go diagonally like that and deny myself a bunch of space? Oh yes, this is the dynamic part of the game. Fierce action over here. What was that noise, by the way? Now. This is just outlining a wall. Stands to reason that we might want a gate, maybe two. Yeah, something like that, I guess. It doesn't have to be symmetrical or whatever. Perfection and power are overrated. I think you are wise to choose happiness and love. Yeah, here we go. Comes about in line. And we can even set up the gate. Gate, where are you? Yes, the very helpful tooltip telling you what's inside and what's outside. I think that's helpful. Okay. Let's set up another gate here. Nope, that is not the button to rotate. This is. And like so. Wasn't I just talking about how things don't have to be symmetric? What am I doing? Obviously they do. Okay, and that's gonna take way more wood than I have, but there's a minor stockpile. I'm getting some wood. What is this? Sure hope so, bud. How are you doing? Pretty thirsty. Drink. Hunger's doing okay. He's not overly sleep deprived. So that's good. Question, bud, what are you doing? I thought you were, getting that wood. Procrastinating, huh? Yeah. True to form. Getting out of the cold. Reasonable. How cold? Pretty dang cold, considering that your normal temperature would be around 37, 36.4. Pretty low, yeah. Essentially hypothermic. Okay. Take your time. Whoops. Okay. Take your time. Meanwhile, why don't I take a look around? Audrey Jefferson, Ethan Baird. How come I know your position, you guys? You're in the fog of war. I shouldn't be able to tell where you are. This might be my chance. Hello? New strain. Sure, I'll bite. Who's responsible? George Soros. He created the whole thing. He's out there somewhere, him and the World Economic Forum, pulling all the strings. Okay, you mentioned there might be a way to attack that? What's your take? What do you think? Get it. I've said too much already. Okay. Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I don't want to recruit you guys. What's your general take on it? Sensible? You don't know us. You just met us. Fair point. Now that... Ethan, I think it was? Oh, geez. 3 of you. Wait, are you guys that trading party? You couldn't be. You guys want to join up? Oh. There's 3 of you. Great, okay, so sudden growth in the community. These guys were surprisingly easy to recruit. Colin Snyder, Ethan Baird, and Audrey Jefferson have joined us. Okay. In this world, you need people you can trust. As you build your community, get to know the people in it. Ask them what's up. Become friends. Or something more. Something more. I think I'll settle for just base survival at the moment, but... Alright, stop following me. Go about your business. Do your things. But also let's swap supplies. There is a... Ethan, there is an axe in the house. I'm gonna need you to take that axe. Excellent. Audrey, you're also running a pickaxe. Some seeds. Ooh, cucumbers! We might be able to grow some cucumbers if we live long enough. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. Wow, it's just... What is this? Hello? More refugees? Oh boy. Might be getting overambitious over here. 7 is gonna be a lot. I don't know if I can feed them. Ooh, those carrot seeds look mighty nice. What are you willing to trade? It's not enough. We don't have enough coins. Rings. I feel like Sonic in this game. Just running around collecting rings. Sometimes. Okay, well, we do seem to have an abundance of pickaxes, so how about I trade you this pickaxe for some seeds? You don't have enough gold, and I just... That's fine. That's okay, you know, it's a friendly first-time discount. Building a, you know, establishing a business relationship. No? No? Okay, fine. I'm gonna need to find something a little bit more appropriately priced for you. Maybe one of these green antigens? How's that? And we'll pay you 2 gold. And we get this. And you guys get to keep yourself safe. Small price to pay for security. Oh, buddy. Here. Pretty sure we have food in the house, but... You too. Oh boy, that's why you guys joined up so quickly. You're starving. How bad is it? Oh, pretty dang bad. Pretty dang bad. Okay, let's take this opportunity to quickly that you guys have to do something useful. because we're gonna need a lot of wood. So just trying to set them up to do some wood cutting over here. Get us some wood. Not that we don't have a stockpile already, but this perimeter that I'm trying to set up is probably going to cost us more than that. So probably good to try to replenish and keep those supplies topped up. I don't know what I'm saying. Wilder, are you sitting in the house? Of course you're sitting in the house. Dude. Dude, go. Build the gate, please. Then they pull over for a conversation. Someone saved someone from being bitten. Very appropriate response. Okay. Wow, getting a lot of base building done, aren't you guys? Who's that? Audrey. Nathan was kind of right. You do talk a lot. You are sometimes a bit of a distraction. I see. The problem with Wilder is that it's just really cold. Solution to that. Right. Silly me. I did mention it as a very, very important thing to do. We gotta get a fire going. You're kind of freezing. That's not how you build a fire. Whoops. Right. Build a fire by... You gotta equip a piece of wood. Fair enough. So, I don't know, let's put it right here, why not? Set up a fire, and as the only person with matches, we only get 9 shots to start it. Or a hunting knife if you have a flint, but I don't. Kinda wanna get a flint just to try it. Done. Good. Let's light it. There's something tells me that you're not the only one freezing. Great. Build an outhouse to stop the camp from getting unhygienic. You can see how many you need by pressing F2. Why don't we press F2 and check out what's going on? So we got some form of a breakdown over here. Presence, I assume how visible our community is. You know, how much attention we're attracting to ourselves with all our buildings and all the fires and all. Makes sense. Food and crops, 0 days rations. Recommended 6 days. Great, I'll take that under advisement, thank you. Food stocks, 0 days rations. Recommended 20. Again, thank you. Accommodations, 8 beds, 4 occupied, and we have 0 outhouses. You recommend exactly that amount, but should probably build one. Probably a good idea to have, some place to get to these things. How you doing there? Colin saved Ethan from being bitten. Good. Audrey saved Ethan from being bitten. Speaking of yourself in third person, cool. Someone was being saved from being infected. A pity. Audrey, I don't know if I can trust you. I know you guys came as a package deal, but I don't know if Audrey's gonna be sticking around for all too long. The hell was that? And what's your take on that? On Mr. Wilder? Been a useful source of supplies for someone. You seem okay so far. Okay. On the flip side, what do you think? You seem okay so far. Okay. Improve the trench cat camp with some cool new shit. Life goes on. Air it out. Ah, she's kinda... This Audrey lady's kinda sketchy. Why don't we have a little interview with all of us? With all of them. How's it going, dude? What's up? You're fine right now. Well, that's good to hear. Do you wanna... Would you like to elaborate? Yeah, you guys were in a scrap over there. And by all accounts, things went pretty well. You guys run a tight crew over there, covering each other's backs. Yeah. Okay, that's all you got to say here. Seem okay so far. Okay. Ethan's sleeping, I think. No sense waking him up. Oh, right. Well, if he gets cold, we got a fire. Yes! Finally got a gate out of these guys! Yay! Oh, goodness gracious me, you guys. Oof, this is gonna be rough. Why don't we also find out something about your capabilities? Ethan has high fitness, has great potential for fitness. For reference, skills go up to a maximum of 5 stars. So at 5 stars, you're a master. So he's a master chef over here. Lovely. We have a good chef. He's great with firearms. Solid archer. He's gonna make a great sentry. And with that fitness affects your carry weight. And a bunch of other stuff, right? How quickly you get tired when running. So affects your fatigue. How far you can throw. And carry weight. Yep. All makes sense. Okay, at building. Solid farmer. Has the potential to be good. Has the potential to be great at it. Okay, Ethan's pretty cool. He's pretty solid over there. Colin. Great potential for fitness, just like Ethan. Not much of a fighter. Good at sneaking. You're gonna be a good scavenger. You're okay, you're decent, you're solid at building. You'd be helpful around the whole building bit. If I didn't sell those tools, I could have them here. And Audrey. Not much on fitness. Like, she's solid, but... not exactly, fantastic. Excellent farmer. Passable cook. Solid hand-to-hand fight. Okay. Alright, good to have a little bit of context, I guess, into them. This gives me some idea where I would want to apply these people. And doing what exactly? So Ethan over here is good at cooking, so let's set up his role as chef. I don't know exactly how that role works. Besides the fact that, he's now a chef, apparently. Not sure what that does yet, but, eventually find out. I thought I asked everybody to chop some wood, but maybe something got lost along the way. Coming up to nearly 37, buddy. Really warming up. We put away that pickaxe of yours. You'll have a little bit more capacity available to you. Maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to pick up more than 2 bits of wood at a time. That'd be neat. That would be nice. Don't you think? Oh. Yeah, we really need some water. There's the river nearby, but it is frozen. Dang it. Oh wow, just remembered that I think they need backpacks to be able to carry this stuff around, so even though we set them up, these lumberjacks are not actually going to be able to... They're not actually going to be able to do that. Manually, you can get them to do it, but AI is not going to be carrying. It's not going to be carrying stuff with, like materials without a backpack. Classy. Buddy, I really gotta build you that outhouse. Right in front of the door, too. You live here now. Come on, man. So far, sort of. Okay, there is some nascent community pulling up over here. There's a couple of dudes in there. Great. Got a little project underway. Nice. Well, I gotta say, this this second run is going a hell of a lot better than the first. Going so much better. I bet if we were to run into a pack of green or blue zombies, we might actually be able to fight our way out of that. You know, with the 4 of us. I wonder how the multiplayer bit works over here. Like, do you make your own character, or do you assume control characters already existing in a player community? I don't know. I guess we'd have to launch up a multiplayer session to check that out at some point. Neat. Honestly, I'm liking this playthrough better than the one I was running solo. This is going great. So far, so okay. There's a nice bit of it's a nice cluster of houses over here to explore and to scavenge in. Sure, we'll be able to pull up some food. For the time being, though, I think I'm kind of satisfied with where we're at right now. And that being said, I'm also starting to get a little peckish, so I want to get out there and grab some groceries before I get to the point where I'm ravenously hungry. So yeah, I guess as abrupt as this is, I'm gonna call it right here. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting to last this long, so nice coming back, I guess. To those that have tuned in, thank you. Honestly humbled. I don't know why you would, but I'm glad you did. I don't know. I honestly don't know when I'm going to be on next time, but I'm gonna try to come back tomorrow for another short Short, long, I don't know, however long it lasts, I guess. But hey, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. If you like the game, I'm pretty sure it's still on sale as of the moment. So you could pick it up for, what was it, like 10 bucks package for this and the original. Oh yes, there are two. This is the sequel. It's so much more robust in terms of features. I've tried the first one, and don't get me wrong, it's good. It has the kind of the base outline of what it would grow into, but it's definitely very limited in terms of like your gameplay options and variability and the replayability in that respect. It makes this second one makes a better sandbox experience. But I've gone off on a tangent over here, as I guess often do. Anyway, it's been nice. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next one, eh? Bye.